Hey, how you doing? My name is Dimitri, and I'm the senior media buyer at Marketly Digital. Today, I want to go over how you can boost your own posts using Facebook. So we all know Facebook is great for generating content or posting content, sharing content, getting engagement, and really getting your brand out there. However, sometimes we all struggle with getting reach, and Facebook has been notorious for, kind of making sure you don't get too much attention, if you will. So today I want to go over how you can boost some of your posts. So here we have an example from one of our other clients. They have a reel that has been posted, and it's a great video. But again, like we always say, Facebook doesn't always like us to promote things. So the way that you do it is when you click on the reel or any post, really, you should have a button that says boost. It can say boost post, it can say boost reel, but essentially this is the button that you want to go after. And this is a very straightforward process that I will take you through. When you click on that button, you will see right away what the goal is. In here, you will see the ad preview, which is your reel or your post that you're trying to promote. If you click on change, you can select specifically what you want. In the case of our client, what we are actually looking for is more engagement. So we'll select engagement. You can also ask for get more website visitors, and really what it means is that Facebook will utilize its algorithm to lean into showing your post or your reel to people who are more likely to take that action. It doesn't mean it will guarantee you, amazing results, great video engagement, and if somebody engages with your video, they will contact you. But it does somewhat guarantee that it will show your video, your post to the person who's most likely to take one of these actions that you select. So in our case, if it's engagement, that means it's people that usually engage with this kind of content, and they're more likely to like, share, maybe even comment, or maybe watch the entire video and go find some more of your content. So in our case, we'll use get more video views. We'll hit save. And over here, you see the text, what the existing text is. In some instances, Facebook will offer AI text regenerator. So what that means is that it will generate a couple of options for the text. I don't have it here, but sometimes you have a little toggle button, yes or no, where you would select if you want to move forward with the, AI versions of the text because it may perform better. I'll also want to call out something. If you have multiple accounts, so in my case, because I have access to our business manager, which is kind of like where we host our accounts for the agency. If I click down here, there are a lot of other accounts that belong to our company. So you want to make sure that you select the right account. From here, you want to take a look at what is the button label? In this case, we say learn more. Again, you can adjust this. You can have no button. You can have it as get directions, call now, and then what do you want that to be? So we put the website. This is not a special category. Special category is more than likely not going to apply for dentistry, but any ads that are about financial products, services, employment, housing, or social issues or political, you would have to check this off. And if you do, there may be a process that you have to go through where you have to submit documentation. So my advice is any ads or any posts that are kind of related to that, to any of those special categories, they may not be the best ones to boost because they're not the easiest ones to get through. Afterwards, when you get to here, so you have an opportunity to either lean into Facebook's automation completely. You can also choose your the people that you want to target directly. You can choose people who like your page already, in case again your reach is not, you have 1,000 people on your page and only 10 people see your post. That means that your followers are not really actually seeing your post. So you might want to boost it to those people. You might also want to boost it to people who are already like your page and people who are similar to them. So meaning, again, Facebook relies on its own algorithm and it will figure out if there are other people who are close to who you want to, are close to the people that are already following you. Or you can do it people in your area. So this is another way that you can go about it. This is actually the way that I will do it. So in our case, typically we play with a radius of about 5 to 10 miles. Sometimes smaller, even 3 miles. It really depends on the practice. Some practices they don't they're in a metropolitan, and if they're in New York, you don't really need to go 5 miles. You can probably go 1 to 2 miles in some instances, and you will still have an audience size. In this case, it's only 7,000, and ultimately, there's no set number that's really good, and this also depends. Like for example, let's do. I'm gonna set it up the way that I would set it up, right? So I will go through here. So I'll click on the little button. I usually don't go that high, maybe to 64, and then 25 to 64, we can do all. And then we click here. Whoops, actually, we click at the top. Then I'm gonna lower this from 25. We're gonna go down to 10. That's the minimum I can go on here. We're gonna scroll down. You can also add more targeting things, so some interest or anything like that. It just, again, depends on what you're trying to achieve. In our case, I wanted to leave it a bit open because I don't necessarily want to, you know, I don't want to restrict our audience, right? For me, it's more about creating engagement and pushing our brand around there. From here, you will select the number of days that you want to run these ads. And when you want it to end, you can either select the date you want it to add and it will adjust that way, or you can select the number of days and it will adjust. This will be the total budget. So again, this is not the daily amount, this is the total budget. And let's say if your budget is $10, like for this example, I'll just do $10. Um, it will right here, you will say your ads will run for 5 days, $10, which is $2 a day. Your video view, you should receive a video view somewhere between 87 and 251 video views, and your account will reach 256 to 740 people daily. So these are kind of daily numbers, right? So even if you click on this is the number of video views that we estimate you can reach each day based on your campaign's performance. And again, it's all estimated and it's all for daily. Placement is one of those instances where you can either say, I only want my ads to be shown on Facebook, so you won't click that, or you might say, I want it on Facebook and Instagram. Sometimes I use Messenger, Facebook Messenger, sometimes I don't, so for this example, I won't. We want to make sure if we are going to use a pixel, we use the right pixel that belongs to the same account. Again, this is very important. If we don't want to use a pixel, we just take this off. So in this case, I'll just remove it. And the pixel, the reason you want to use it is if you're trying to build an audience pool and you have somebody or yourself or us running ads for you, you can use these little boosts as a way to build your audience and then potentially retarget to them. So just for this experiment, I'm going to remove the pixel, make sure the right credit card is being used. You hit publish, you submit your ad, and we give it a second. Facebook likes to take its time when it's thinking. Awesome. And it looks like now our ad is in review. So it says 24 hours. In my experience, because these are boosts, they're fairly quick. It can take less than an hour. However, if something does stay around, doesn't go live in 24 hours, that's perfectly fine. If you go to your ad center, so that was a button on the bottom, you will see, again, this is just being in the ad center at the very top. You will see that this is in review. There's one that I did previously. For example, it spent $10. It got 1,400 views, reached 700 people, and view through plays is usually through plays is 3 seconds or longer. Wait, I apologize. Through play, it's at least 15 seconds or to the completion of the video. We got 195. So you can always go back to your ad center, which is if you click this little megaphone, you will end up there and you can see what's going on with your ads. Hopefully this helps. Good luck and have a great rest of the day.